I want you guys to think I'm cool, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, we already think you're cool, Rebecca. You have the energy of a high school English teacher who does not have control of her class. Outcool myself and share with you that I have actually had lice on 3 separate occasions. Yeah, 14, 17, and 20, baby. Do you know how fucked up it is to get lice when you're 20 years old? I lost my virginity and then I got lice. And that is God's way of punishing me for writing a blog about losing my virginity and naming that blog Sexual Awakening in the City.wordpress.com. A website you can visit right now. Growing up, I played with brat dolls. Yes, okay, awesome. Yeah, I played with brat dolls because brat dolls emulated the kind of woman I wanted to be when I grew up, okay? A huge slut with removable feet, okay? I didn't want to be Barbie nurse, Barbie doctor. No! I wanted to be a big, old-fashioned whore with a honking head and a good old Christian pair of dick-sucking lips, okay? I wanted to get fucked with my feet behind my head. And you know what makes that easier? Being able to snap them off at the ankle. Well, I was a late bloomer growing up, though, can you tell? And I was so much of a late bloomer. When I was 13, I so fundamentally did not know what a blowjob was that in order to find out what it was, I asked my dad. You ever have the worst day of your life? And your dad is like, that was mine too. We had Urban Dictionary. I chose Gary Weiser. It's so embarrassing not to know what a blowjob is when all the kids at school are talking about it. The popular kids were like, oh my God, did you hear Sam got a blowjob in the locker room? And I was just like, oh my God. Was he mad? But at least now when I'm going down and I'm getting complimented on my technique, I can be like, thanks, I learned it all from my dad. I'm not in therapy. And I have tapered off my medication. And people are like, oh my gosh, Rebecca, how does it feel to be raw dogging your mental health? And I wouldn't say I'm raw dogging my mental health, right? Because I'm having a bad time, and raw dogging, as we all know, feels amazing, right? Feeling everything in a bad way, okay? I'm not raw dogging my life. I'm doing my life natural childbirth style. But I've been trying to read more, get into self-help books or whatever. I went to the Strand. They're selling tote bags that say, if you go home with a guy and he doesn't have any books, don't fuck him. Well, unfortunately, and with all due respect to the Strand, some of the best sex I have ever had has been with men who are stupid, okay? The himbos can do it, right? But I was like, more companies should sell merchandise with sex advice, right? Petco should sell things that are like, if you go home with a guy and he doesn't like animals, don't fuck him. AMC Theaters is like, if you go home with a guy and he doesn't like movies, don't fuck him. And then Olive Garden is like, if you go home with a guy and he's not your family, don't fuck him. You have to fuck your family. But I am Jewish. Cat's out of the bag. Didn't see that coming. I'm Jewish. It's cool. Something crazy happened recently, though. I was on an airplane and I was sat next to a Holocaust denier. Spooky, okay. And he was not discreet about his beliefs, okay? He had a swastika on the lock screen of his iPad. I know, really fucked up, but also iPad? Okay, pussy. Get a tattoo, bitch. iPad? I'm not scared of that. That's what my mom uses to play solitaire past her bedtime. It was such a wild experience. At the end of the flight, this night we were chatting and this guy asked me for my number, which is so wild. Like a Holocaust denier and a Jew. Like, what would the Hallmark movie even be called? Love at First Reich? I don't know. What would the tagline be? He denied a lot, but not his feelings. I don't know. Rachel Brosnahan would play me. But it's so crazy because this guy is a Nazi who doesn't think the Holocaust happened.